Welcome to Crushing Kayfabe. My name is Jason Garish, and probably going to be a little condensed show today. I'm not really sure. My voice has not been holding up. Unfortunately, I've been fighting a sinus infection for a long time now, so not doing so hot. But we're going to try to make it through today's show and see what happens. You know, some monumental things in the world of wrestling happening, obviously. Before I get too crazy, Happy New Year to everybody. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do a show last week, but Happy New Year. Hopefully, everybody had a good New Year and had a good holidays. Raiders fired Antonio Pierce, so he's not really having a good holiday, unfortunately, but I'm kind of surprised about that. I mean, even though he did blow some opportunities and make some critical coaching errors, I thought they'd at least give him another season to try to develop some type of continuity. Because the players really did rally around him. So, but I don't know how much influence Tom Brady's minority ownership had in that whole situation. I don't know if he had any pull as to pull the plug. I mean, if you believe the rumors, he's supposedly having a huge influence on what happens, you know, day-to-day operations. I don't know if that's true, but excuse me. But time will tell, I guess. I mean, you see the wild rumors out there saying that he's trying to lure Belichick back into coaching the Raiders. We'll see. I'm not a real big fan of the Patriots or the Belichick or Brady. So, I mean, I grew up in Connecticut and saw the crap that Kraft pulled on Hartford and tried to play everybody in Connecticut as suckers pretty much with that whole deal that they were going to build a brand new stadium in Hartford and all that garbage, which was just a bargaining chip to get a better deal in Boston. But excuse me. But we'll see how things play out. You know, I'm a Raiders fan. And hopefully I don't like Belichick, man. And I think his time is done as far as a coach is going. I'm sorry. I really do. I mean, I hope he doesn't come to the Raiders, I should say. What else we got going on? Let's see. Let's start things off with SmackDown in Portland, Oregon. Opened up with Paul Heyman, invites Cody out to the ring. Roman is apparently entering the Royal Rumble. KO, as always, interrupts this whole situation. Cody and KO brawl. And then Fatu and Tama Tonga out to the ring with Heyman. Jimmy out for the save. Cody with the save on Jimmy. Then we had the match, Chelsea Green versus Mia Yim, with Chelsea winning. I'm grateful for that. I want to see her have a long title run. I really like Chelsea. I think she's capable of a lot more than what they've done with her in the past, and I think she's a lot more than a comedy gimmick, although she is an excellent comedy gimmick. She is very charismatic and underrated in the ring. I don't know why people think she's garbage in the ring, because she's not. We had Pretty Deadly versus Los Garza. Los Garza winning. Shinsuke versus LA Knight, with the Bloodline interfering, costing LA Knight the pin because Knight threw Jacob Fatu, I believe it was, out previous to that. So Cody and Jimmy for the save. So we got this impromptu setting up of a match later on between Cody and Jay versus the Bloodline. Then we had Motor City Machine Guns versus A-Town Down Under. Motor City Machine Guns win. These guys look tiny in comparison to A-Town Down Under, man. Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley are not big guys, but man, they look tiny in comparison to these guys. After this, we had Tiffany coming out to the ring for an interview with Byron Saxton. Nia Jax comes out to ring during the interview. Bayley interrupts the confrontation. Then Naomi and Bianca. Brawl breaks out, of course, and this sets up for the final 4-way match between the 4 number 1 contenders match between these girls. And Bayley takes it. I'm kind of surprised she did. I thought for sure that Nia Jax was going to win this and they were going to further the feud because we did have wow, I can't think of her name right now. Nia Jax's tag team partner there come out to the ring and tried to give an assist. So I thought for sure Nia was going to win this and we're going to have a prolonged feud between Tiffany and Nia, but looks like Bayley's going to be the first one to face her, so that should be a decent match as long as Bayley doesn't phone it in. After this, we had the aforementioned Cody and Jay, or not Jay, did I say Jay? I'm sorry, Jimmy Uso versus the Bloodline. Of course, Kevin Owens interferes, causing Cody and Jimmy the match, and ends up kind of a brutal brawl outside the ring with both of them going through a table to end the show. So yeah, setting up for Royal Rumble, a match between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. But you know, kind of a setup show for SmackDown. Not bad, but let's talk about Raw. First Raw on Netflix. Man, did they pull out all the stops for this. This had a PLE feel the entire way. Had a pay-per-view feel the entire night, especially production-wise and whatnot. Production was absolutely first-rate. Excellent on this. Sound, video, everything was great. A lot of people were kind of speculating that Netflix was going to drop the ball based on the Tyson fight, but no. Excellent production, excellent coverage. Incredible job. They did incredible job. Just excellent job, Netflix. The introduction with this was in Los Angeles in the Intuit Dome. Great introduction video, you know. And was I the only one who thought that Seth's suit on the way in looked like Pee Wee Herman's suit? Looked awfully silly, but then again, he looks silly every week. A great introduction video, which they showed on the it was basically, I don't want to say tarp, but like a ginormous sheet that surrounded the ring and hung down from the ceiling. And they projected the entire thing onto this, and incredible recap video, just great video. And they dropped I love also the visuals with the huge screen surrounding the ring. Excellent job, just top-notch, incredible job. And then I loved it when it dropped to reveal Triple H. Just, I kept thinking Big Show feel, PLE feel, pay-per-view feel, just incredible production the entire night. Just great job. After, Triple H gave his speech, Paul Levesque, whatever you want to call him now, just, The Rock started things off after him. Apparently, it's the largest arena gate they've had with over 17,000 there. And Los Angeles showed out. Sometimes these California shows can be a little tepid. People really aren't the most enthusiastic, it seems, on the left coast, but they did a great job. They showed up and they showed out. They did a great job. Let's see. The night started off with Solo versus Roman Reigns. Let's see. I made a little comment about the first commercial before the first match. So we are going to have commercials. Apparently they're going to be customized per area. Not the greatest match, but they did a lot better in the sense that they used foreign objects, and it was a lot more brutal than previous matches that were kind of just formulaic Roman Reigns matches, and much more of what you'd expect from a tribal war type match. Had interference from Bloodline, obviously. Then Sami J coming out with the save. Kevin Owens at one point stuns Roman. And then we had Cody come out for the save on that. Roman eventually wins this with a spear. And then Rock comes out before Heyman can bestow the Ulafala on Roman, which was a classy touch. It was nice. Rock is obviously playing up the babyface now. He's not the final boss character anymore. He had a lot of great things to say about Cody and was very face-ish the whole time. Which makes sense. He's got movies coming out. Netflix, you're going to get a cross section of new viewers and casuals watching. So, and people all over the world watching at the same time. So it makes sense to have him as a babyface. One thing I did notice, which, being a Whalers fan, somebody had an away Hartford Whalers jersey in the front row. Whoever that was, thank you. That just brought back so many feels. That was awesome feeling. I love seeing that. Love seeing the whale in the hockey jersey. Hockey jersey's making a comeback. I'm seeing them in stores here in Tennessee, and I just thought that was kind of weird that, even though we have the Nashville Predators here in Western Tennessee, there aren't a whole lot of hockey fans out here. The biggest sport out here is college football, to tell you the truth. And, it makes sense. Obviously, around the Nashville and Central Tennessee area, you're going to have more just because of the accessibility to the arena. But I'm seeing hockey jerseys, and kind of surprising. I'm happy about it. I played hockey for years, so it was. But seeing that Wales jersey really, really brought back some memories. And I love seeing that. Now Rock bestows the Ulafala on Roman. Looks like Royal Rumble is going to be in Riyadh next year. They announced that. Yay. Saying that sarcastically. All right, moving on with that. John Cena came out to deliver his promo. With him promising to win the Royal Rumble. Did a good job. Good promo. Got the fans into it. Knew exactly what to say. Great job. Is he living out in Los Angeles now? With the whole Hollywood thing. I don't know if he's living out there now or where he's living, but he's sounding a lot more California-ish lately. But then again, he's an actor, so God only knows. But he promises to win the Royal Rumble and gets everybody behind him. Giant babyface cheer, pop. Good job. Next, we had Liv versus Rhea. We got some creative moves from Rhea. And Rhea winning, so Rhea is now the new women's champion. Not sure how I feel about that. It makes sense, going into WrestleMania to have a belt on her, but where does Liv go from here? I don't know. Jeez, she gonna turn babyface again? What's gonna happen? She's great in this role, and I think eventually they're gonna have to turn Dom babyface because he's actually getting some cheers kind of sprinkled in. People love when you're a really great heel like that. People love you after a while. It happened to Rock. Rock was never a gigantic star until he became a heel and then turned to a babyface. And, I think Dom's going to be the same way. I think eventually Dom is as good at being scummy as he is. I think he's just earning the respect of the fans so much that they're eventually going to have to turn him babyface and probably live with it unless they have those two split apart. I don't know. We had, after Rhea's wins, we had Dom coming into the ring, giving the wanting a hug from Rhea kind of thing and apologizing, I guess. And Rhea hit him with the low blow, then the riptide. So obviously that was a huge crowd moment. People loved to see that. And when Rhea was walking back to the girl position, Taker's music hits. a little odd timing thing, but it was cool. You knew they were going to dig the stars out. You know, they had to. This is such a huge event. You know, they had to. So his music hits as Rhea's walking back. You know, they would kind of walk off into the sunset. It's cool. It's a good moment. Nice moment, you know. Next, we had Jay versus Drew. Good match. Really good match. I mean, Drew has really been bringing it, and Jay is getting a ton better, I should say, as a solo performer, because he wasn't looking that great initially when he started his solo run, but now he's starting to look a whole lot better, and I'm glad to see that. Jay wins this, you know, playing perfect babyface as he can now. Hulk Hogan appearance. Sporting his American beer shirt, I guess he's got going on now. Booed out of the building. Him and Jimmy Hart came in, and hopefully Jimmy Hart doesn't take any of it personally, because none of it was directed towards him. But Hogan was booed mercilessly. Just horribly booed. I mean, and you got to kind of expect that with Hogan's politics in coming into LA, you know, very polarizing, obviously, and people there are extremely liberal. It's going to cause that. Plus, Hogan's starting to lose my voice already. Sorry, people. You know, plus Logan, sure. Hogan's years and years of lying and just being a dirtbag is catching up to him, you know. And I remember, too, the people that grew up with Hogan, they're about my age now. People that are in their 30s, 20s, you know, have no childhood memories of Hogan, really. You know, maybe a little bit from the NWO with Hollywood Hogan, but other than that, they don't share the same memories, you know, we had of, or I should say of myself, who had, you know, watching the Real American Hulk Hogan come up and, I mean, I watched him beat the Iron Sheik for the belt, you know, with Bob Backlund pulling him out to do that. And now, I never was a huge Hulk Hogan fan, maybe for a little while, but I was more of a Bret Hart guy than an Undertaker guy as a kid. But yeah, you gotta understand, you know, you gotta kind of, I'm surprised they didn't anticipate that. That was kind of a guffaw on WWE's part. I thought they'd think better than that, than to bring him out in such a volatile situation kind of thing. But it was interesting. They weren't piping those boos in. I think they tried piping some cheers and it didn't work at all. So so Hulk Hogan getting booed, crazy booed. Just moving on. We had Seth versus Punk. This is one of the best Seth Rollins matches I've ever seen. Punk just seems to draw that out of everybody. Such incredible old school ring psychology. Just great. Just great. I mean, he's not doing any flippy dippy stuff. He's not crazy athletic. He really is not athletic at all, but man, does he know what to do in that ring. You know, meaning CM Punk. You know, and he got the best out of Seth, and they had a really good match, you know, and both the guys starting out throwing punches, you know, the way you should in a match where these people, where the characters, I don't want to say people, the characters themselves genuinely do not like each other in kayfabe, and I don't know what there might be some animosity behind the scenes, I don't know, but when you've got two individuals like that at least in kayfabe don't like each other, and then you see them lock up in a collar elbow type thing, who in their right mind would do that? You know, if you really dislike each other that much, if you hate each other that much, you're going to start swinging. You know, you're going to throw technique and And, mat wrestling out the window. You're just going to punch the guy in the face. So they took it from that standpoint and did a great job. And they sold great down the line. Just great pacing, great storytelling. Good job. Good job. And Seth is another guy that has all the right tools, but sometimes doesn't pull it together when he's in the ring with the wrong person. So Punk was the right person, and great job. And everyone that listens to the show knows how much of a CM Punk mark I am. So I'll watch darn near anything that he does and be happy as heck to do so. Great job on the Netflix stuff. Incredible night with Raw. Incredible job. I'm looking forward to future episodes of Raw on Netflix. Just they couldn't. I can't think of another way that they could have done this better. Really, maybe minus the Hulk Hogan thing. Bring out someone else, but they brought the stars. They had them in attendance. They had all the Netflix executives. Tremendous job. Tremendous job. I wish I still owned stock in WWE at this point. But tremendous job. So that's pretty much all the time I have for tonight, and all the breath and voice I have left for tonight too, pretty much. But thank you for tuning in. Once again, I hope everyone had a happy New Year, good holidays. I've been out so long, last show was over 2 weeks ago. Unfortunately, voice starting to go again. This is the first time in a long time I've been able to talk for this long. So, thank you guys for supporting me and sticking around. But, if you're in the Western Tennessee area, check out Then and Now in Trenton, downtown Trenton, right down towards the square, across from the courthouse. Wow, brain stopped working. Awesome. Must be those antibiotics. Across from courthouse, check us out. Tell them that Crushing Kayfabe sent you, and we actually have some stuff there too. We have a booth there, so check us out there. But check out crushingkayfabe.com, and there you'll have the links for YouTube and for Facebook and for Spotify. And there's a feed on there for the shows on Spotify. You can either watch or listen to it on Spotify, and you can watch it on YouTube. And if you got a spare $1, check us out on patreon.com. Look for Crushing Kayfabe, Crushing with a K. And for $1 a month, you can support the show and help keep the lights on, help keep everything going, and I'll appreciate the heck out of it. Thank you very much. I don't think $1 a month is all that much to ask for. You get all the content will be commercial free, and I'm looking to I've been tossing around the idea of maybe sharing the shows on my my artist Patreon page too. So I might start uploading things to there too, so you can subscribe to that page and get the shows there in addition to other content that would be exclusive to my music stuff. So I've been kicking around the idea of that. If you have a feeling regarding that, maybe post a comment and I'll check it out. But aside from that, looks like that's pretty much all the time we have. And thank you so much for tuning in, and God bless.